Hello, my name's Abby, and I thought I would share a Laura Geller knockoff by Amazon. It's Kapeine, K apostrophe Apeine, Geller, and it's called the Best of the Best palette. It comes with a little mirror, and here are all the names here. They even call it Tahitian Glow, um, Portfolio, French Vanilla. They got uh, the pink buttercream blush for almost exact Laura Geller. Now I got the Portfolio highlighter right here. It's sort of hard to see here. And then I got the French Vanilla. And then these are the three eyeshadows right here. And I had to go in twice with this one. And here's that Tahitian Glow. And here is that blush. Right over here in Buttercream. So a lot of the reviews on Amazon were comparing it to Laura Geller. And I thought, well, this palette with the coupon that they have on Amazon is going for $11 right now. Comes with the mirror and stuff, and I just thought that sounds better than spending $60. Sometimes it goes on sale for $30. But yeah, they call it, I think it's funny, they call it Kapeine Geller, the best of the best. And then they have the exact names that she uses. What's the oyster, sunstone, almond for the eyeshadow, bronzer, baked body frosting, Tahitian Glow, Portfolio, French Vanilla. I probably pronounced that wrong. And the blushes, pink buttercream. I mean, exact for exact Laura Geller. So I thought it would be fun to try out this palette. And then I did get the Tirtir, if I'm saying that right, dual-ended glide and hide blurring concealer. So, and what this is meant to do is dual-ended concealer of two types of stick, liquid and dense, to provide dense and high coverage, looking smooth and neat without the rough adherence and clumping. And I got it in the shade 1N. And I'll go ahead and put this on. I've been just liking to use a little bit of concealer just to touch up my problem areas. And then a little bit of powder on my face for every day. Because sometimes I feel like my skin can't breathe. So, just trying this out. Trying to brighten up the areas that are dark, like my under eyes. And then I also did try out the Tirtir Refreshing Skin Anti-Wrinkle Moisturizer. And this is so good. It's called SOS Hydrating Serum that contains polyglutamic acid, which has an excellent moisturizing effect for healthy looking skin. And it's good for very sensitive skin. I have very sensitive skin. And then, of course, I used my Sidor 3-in-1 Concealer Primer SPF. And then so this was about $17, this Tirtir Moisturizing Serum. And then this is about $7 on Amazon. And I'll link these down below. I don't make any commission. These are just products that I like. And then the Beauty of Joseon, Joseon, the Revive Eye Serum, Ginseng plus retinol. I love this stuff for the under eye. I think it helps a lot with the bags. And then, of course, we got the Tirtir dual-ended concealer here that I'm putting on right now. And that was about $13. So they had a flash sale on it. And I've been wanting to try it out since I saw, like, I think her name's Ashley Lee, or on TikTok. She uses it um, some, and I was just always kind of curious about it. So, but I usually wait until stuff goes on sale. So that's how my skin looks. Try to blend stuff out a little bit. Doesn't look too cakey. And then now we'll go in with, I'll do the eyes. I'll take my ring finger here and go into Sunstone. And it comes with a nice little mirror here. But the Sunstone color, I noticed you have to go in twice with it. But, I mean, I'm alright with that. I mean, I only had to pay $11 for everything. And I thought, you know, how often can you go to the drugstore and get 3 eyeshadows, 2 highlighters, a bronzer, and a blush at Walmart for $11, unless you're getting like the LA Colors brand or something. But and then the next thing I'm going to go in with is that almond color, which is kind of like a brown metallic color right here. I think I'm going to need a better brush because this isn't picking it up. I'll try this one. So just going in with this one right here. And I'm really having to work in that brush to pick up the color. And it transferred onto the hand better than it did the I'm really having to dig my brush into that almond color. That's what it's called, isn't it? Yeah. But that's alright. But yeah, I just thought I'd make this video for anybody that's been seeing this on TikTok like I have, and just wanting to get it, but not wanting to either spend the $30 or $60 it is, depending on whether or not it's on flash sale. Now I'm going to take that Tahitian Glow bronzer and just go in here. I got a hair appointment. I'm going to go get my hair shaped up. So I'll be getting that done. I've been working part-time. So my work schedule has kind of been hectic. I work a night shift here, day shift here. But luckily I get enough days off in between to recover. And then I'm going to take that blush. I'm just reaching over here for another brush. I'm going to take that blush in buttercream. Right here. But I looked online to see if anybody else had tried out this palette. A lot of people were saying it was just as good as Laura Geller on the reviews on Amazon. Which it might be. I mean, I've had Laura Geller products before, and it seems like the baked products, if they're eyeshadow, don't like to transfer as well. I do like the baked like foundation powder that she has, but the an eyeshadow is a little bit hard to transfer. So, but yeah, I'm looking at it and I think it's just kind of, it's okay. And then I'm taking a little bit of that oyster color and putting it in the outer corner. And I touched in the inner corner, I mean. In the outer quarter, I touched up with the almond shade. So just a little bit of oyster in that inner corner. So, yeah, the blush, it looks like it's going to take more to build that up. But that's kind of my experience with Laura Geller baked product anyways, that you sometimes some of the colors don't transfer as well. I'm sure her palette is maybe a little bit more better quality, probably more natural ingredients. But yeah, I would say they swatch better than what they're transferring. And then I'm just going to take a second and put on some or put everything. I do like this lip sense. I found it in my collection. It's in Bella. It's very pretty. Yeah, so lip sense and Bella. Just let this dry. But that NYX Shine Out Loud, where the gloss and the long wearing lipstick, as I think does a better job than or just as good a job as lip sense, and doesn't cost as much. And I do still like my Outlast, and I do still find that if you eat anything greasy, lip sense breaks down just like all the other ones. But I've been lately liking like sheer moisturizing glosses, and I did share a dupe in my shorts for the Hourglass, and that Hourglass I picked up at Ross. So this is the Lip Sense Glossy Gloss. So, and then I'll put some of my Babe Lash mascara. Yeah, it does show up. I can see the blush more as we get away from the brightness of the... You can see it on the cheeks a little bit more. But I'm gonna finish getting ready off camera, but I just kind of wanted to showcase this palette. If anybody's interested in this $11 to $13 palette, that's a Laura Geller dupe. I mean, I think it's okay. You're gonna have to work with building up the blush and the bronzer, and I'll put some of the eyeshadow on, or eyeshadow. I'm putting on the French vanilla highlighter. So I mean, I think it's a good palette. I mean, you kind of get what you pay for, but in my experience, some of the Laura Geller products are that way too, where you have to work with them. But you know, it's a good deal for the price, and if you don't mind having to work with everything, building up these powders, I think it's a good deal, and you're saving about $59, $60, or $30 depending if you can find the Laura Geller one on sale. So, and yeah, I think it's okay. And then I'll flip over the video if it'll allow. See, and I'll zoom in on the colors. And there you go. I hope everybody has a good day. Bye-bye.